Hey guys, it's Wrestling Dork here, and welcome to my reactions to Backlash France 2024. Now, the pay-per-view just ended, and after watching that, man, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I loved it, and I'm going to talk about every match and what I thought about it. So let's get into it. Alright, so before the pay-per-view even started, I was watching some of the pre-show, the crowd was already insane. And also the SmackDown before that, they were already super insane. I watched the entire SmackDown. They were just crazy hype for any match possible, except for the Final Testament. It's funny, the only one that didn't get a pop was Final Testament. It's for Final Testament. But yeah, they're already on fire on Friday, and then on the pre-show, they were already on fire when just Byron Saxton was going down and just talking. They were just hyped, and I guess there was a tweet before that said that people's Apple Watches were saying the arena was too loud. That's how loud they're being. That's insane. Alright, so now actually getting on to the first match, which was the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. Now, Kevin Owens makes his entrance. He's all hyped at the crowd. The crowd's going crazy. Then Randy Orton comes out, and they just start singing Randy's song, and no other arenas sang his song, but they sang it really well. It's just I hear voices. they sang it really loud. He had a great entrance. They just kept singing them to the ring. And the Bloodline comes out. They boo him. This is Tama's first match, and watching Tama, he's pretty great. And this match was pretty awesome. I mean, before the bell, they were just beating the frick out of each other. The bell doesn't even ring. They're just beating each other up. It's supposed to be a tag match. They're just beating each other up for 5 minutes, have security separate them. Nick Aldis then comes out and just turns it into a street fight. And just might as well. If they want to kill each other, just let them kill each other. So no disqualifications, turns into a street fight. And the match in general, it was great. I honestly liked it. I loved the chaos. I think it was a perfect starting match for the pay-per-view. Just chaos, chairs, kendo sticks, announce tables, whatever. Just throw everything at him. Fighting in the crowd. Do everything. Might as well to get the crowd hyped. And it definitely got them hyped. And it was a great match. And then there's just, I think there was one spot where Owens does an avalanche brainbuster to Tama Tonga through a bunch of chairs. It was insane. That looked like it hurt. Tama Tonga's back was all messed up because he kept getting hit with kendo sticks and stuff. But this match was pretty awesome. They were just killing each other. And then we have the debut of a new Bloodline member, Tama Tonga's brother. I guess they used to team back in New Japan. And that's the debut of a new Bloodline member. I didn't expect that. I thought it was totally going to be Jacob Fatu. Was not Jacob Fatu. It was a different member, which means Jacob Fatu's still coming. Which means we're going to have 4 Bloodline members. Well, we got a new Bloodline member, and that Bloodline member pulled out the ref and revealed himself to be him, and then, well, Bloodline took advantage. Spike to Kevin, 1, 2, 3. Bloodline gets the win, which is what I predicted. And I did also predict from interference, but I did not think it was going to be that Bloodline member. I thought it was going to be Jacob Fatu, a different Bloodline member, but I was close enough. And overall, the match was really good. I thought it was a great starting match to get all the crowd hyped, and I love the chaos. I like chaos matches. Alright, the Triple Threat Women's match. Bayley, Naomi, and Tiffany Stratton. This match was honestly good. I loved it. I thought it was a great match, and I thought it was going to be a good match. I'm like, these 3 on paper, it sounds like a great match. And it was a great match. They had Alabama slams to both Bayley and Naomi on the tables. Tiffy went for double moonsault onto both of them, and they both dodged. Yeah, it was just a pretty good match, and Bayley ended up getting the win with Naomi rolling up Naomi. Stratton didn't take the pin, which is good. I think she shouldn't have taken the pin, and she didn't, so that's good, because I think Naomi should take the pin. So Bayley's reign continues, and Stratton not get beat badly, which is good, so everything worked out perfectly here. And also, I forgot to mention the entrances. Bayley and Tiffy's were pretty normal. They were chanting Tiffy time for Tiffy, but then Naomi was getting her glow chant, and everybody was just going crazy. It was awesome. World Heavyweight Championship match, Damien Priest and Jay Uso. Now this match was pretty good. First we need to talk about Jay's entrance, because my god, that was probably the greatest entrance I've ever seen in my life. Everybody was just hyped to see Jay. He went in the crowd and did his thing, and then the whole crowd had all their flashlights doing the same thing. Crowds from America, why did we never think of doing that? Why did we never think of using the flashlights? Because I never thought of doing that. I'm like, Yeah, that was smart. Well, next time we do it, we all better have our phone flashlights doing the same thing. I never thought of that. The entire arena was just moving, shaking. It was amazing. That entrance was awesome. And the match itself, I think it was a solid match. I think it was really good. And it was kind of normal at the beginning. And then I think Judgment Day started interfering. And I know Damien Priest didn't like that because he wanted just him and Jay one-on-one. But Judgment Day helped him a lot. And then Uso got Uso's splash. And Jade put his foot on the rope. So it saved Priest. He would have got pinned there. Then I think he got hit with a super south of heaven from like the top rope. And yeah, he was done. 1, 2, 3. Damien Priest retains in a pretty solid match. And the crowd was really into Jay. So, I mean, they could have pulled the trigger on Jay winning. And everybody would have been okay with it if they pulled the trigger on him. But I guess just not now. We'll wait for Jay. Let's see what he's about to do. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill versus the Kabuki Warriors in a women's tag team match. Now, this match was pretty good. It was a lot better than I thought it would be and a lot longer than I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot shorter of a match, but it went pretty long and not like terribly long, but it went as long as like the normal one-on-one matches, and it was really good. It was a solid match, except for a little bit of confusion in the middle of the match. I think the ref told Kairi she wasn't tagged in, and then she got tagged in by Asuka even though she wasn't the legal woman. I don't know. It was weird. The ref probably could have ignored that she wasn't the legal woman and no one would have noticed, but I guess not. So, I mean, that just looked a bit weird, but overall, if you just ignore that, which wasn't that big of a deal, it was a very good match. It was a very good match. And just Jade looked so good in that match. The best thing, I think this is probably the coolest thing of the night. Jade turns, what did she do? She went from like a powerbomb position, flipping her electrical chair, throwing her in the air, catching her midair, and then doing her finish on. It was awesome. That was so cool. She just threw her around like she weighed like 5 pounds, which she does. I think Bianca hit the KOD. 1, 2, 3. We got new women's tag team champions, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, in a great match. And I thought they definitely deserve it. They definitely deserve the tag titles. And I think giving those two like superstars those titles makes them feel relevant again, because I don't know, they haven't felt very relevant. So if you give those two the titles, I feel like they can make it feel relevant again. And yeah, let's see what they do with them. The main event of the evening, Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Now, this match was great, and I just loved the entrances. I loved everything. AJ Styles comes out. So they have this like one chant every time they hear like phenomenal or like the word phenomenal, or like he starts getting offense in or something. It's like this phenomenal chant. It's like a song. It's like a popular song right now in France. So every time like he would either get on the offense or they'd say phenomenal, or like he would get introduced or his name would get mentioned, just start the chant. They just start the chant. It was amazing. They just do the AJ Styles chant and it was like phenomenal, and then it was amazing. And they started doing the chant every time. And then Cody comes out and they're just singing the song. A lot of the crowds have been singing the song. All the crowds basically get it, but it was loud this time. They sang the song, and the best part was when they were about to introduce the champion and the challenger. Even after Cody's music cut off, they kept singing. They kept singing his song for like 15 more seconds. And that's like the loudest I've heard people sing his song, and that was awesome. This is all like before the match anyways. I hadn't gotten to the match. That's how insane the crowd was. You get to the actual match, and they're just more insane, singing songs, singing the phenomenal song, chanting for Cody, getting all hyped up. This match was amazing. I feel like the best part of the match was the crowd. Just the crowd was awesome. They were the match at the point. Both AJ and Cody delivered a great match, and they had some great spots in there. I remember one part, Cody got hit with a burning hammer, I think. Like, I don't see burning hammers often. He kicked out of one and started basically hulking up. And that was pretty cool. I know I haven't seen like many people just kick out of one and just start getting all hyped up, because usually they don't do that, but he was doing that. And Cody hit the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Cody retains the championship. And that is it for the pay-per-view. The pay-per-view ends. And I just want to say, WWE has to go back to France. That is the loudest crowd I've ever seen live in wrestling. I know Backlash was in Puerto Rico, but I didn't see that live. They were so loud. They were awesome. They made that show so awesome. Like, Backlash is like a B pay-per-view. They make it seem like it's an A pay-per-view. That's what Backlash is for. That's why they probably go to international crowds for Backlash, so they can boost that pay-per-view to an A because of how great the crowds are. Basically, the MVP of that pay-per-view was the crowd. The crowd was the MVP of that pay-per-view. They made that pay-per-view shine, and they made every match seem like the most important match in ever because of how excited they were. And it made me love the pay-per-view, and I loved that pay-per-view. All right, those are my thoughts on Backlash France 2024. And yeah, what do you think of Backlash 2024? Did you really like it? And I hope you did, because that was awesome. I thought it was great. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.